Great morning. Happy Wednesday. Get up, get up, get up. Come on, let's get to moving on today. Now, I'm going to go and start off by asking if you all can. Have you ever had any questions in regards to marriage? Whether you're single, whether you're married, whether there's a situation, you don't even have to tell us the situation, but from time to time, we'll ask for marriage topics, or even if you're in your singleness. We've had someone here of recent send a really good topic. In the past, we've asked for this and it's like, wow, that's something I never even thought about. That's an amazing topic. Specifically what came to mind this morning, good morning, Dalisha and Cousin Kim, is when everybody was going through this phase, talking about they was waiting on their Boaz and stuff. So me and my husband did a show about that, when you're waiting on your Boaz, and come to find out, I'll go ahead and shout her out, Apostle Miriam Snyder. She said, it's so interesting how she shared with us, it's so interesting how women say they're waiting on their Boaz. It seemed like they're going to be waiting for some time because Ruth was the one who proposed to Boaz, not Boaz to Ruth. Well, it was like, we got all up in that word. You hear me? We was like, right. So that was a really amazing show. So if you have any show topics, anything that come to mind, any questions when it come to marriage, if you're single, if you're married, anything that maybe you're going through, you don't have to tell us, inbox us and let us know. We look forward to hearing from you. I'm going to be requesting that from time to time because, some people come on different days, whatever. Let me get into today's topic. First off, now I'm good enough for you. Okay. Good morning, Miss Dillian. Oh, now I'm good enough for you. Oh, that's how it is. Okay. So let me say this. What I like about God in my relationship with God, everybody don't have a relationship with God. Everybody don't believe in God. And I'm not trying to be preachy. But before I go into what I say, because, people tend to get into their feelings. I like the fact how God, according to the scriptures, does not hold our sins against us. God accepts us either way that we are. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying being out there, you are acting like a whole heathen and then you acting whole fool and then it's God. Because y'all know some people like that. A lot of people do that. But I like the fact how God accepts us for who we are. He accepts us in our brokenness. He even encourages in the scripture to come to him. You know what I'm saying? Which people most commonly use as come as you are, but you really need to exegete the text because, they're thinking about clothes. And when you really read the scriptures for yourself, that ain't what it's saying, but whatever, I digress. So this is not a Bible study lesson on this morning, but I wanted to set it up. So now you proud of me and you know what I'm saying? You happy for me and you can represent me and you can tell everybody I belong to you. For some reason, I promise to God, it's like I heard this in my ear where a husband and wife is arguing over this thing in which I'm about to talk about today. So I've been encouraging couples to speak life into each other. It could be small things. You ain't got to go overboard with it, but it could be small things. Honey, I appreciate you. Baby, I appreciate how you provide for the home and this. What irritates my soul, and y'all know when I say that, you probably like, dang, shit, it's a lot of stuff irritates your soul. What irritates my soul is when you have a husband and or a wife who the only time you speak positive about your husband or wife is when it's something that benefits you, when it's something that makes you look good. Now, somebody gonna get mad and click off because this is you, this is what you do, or you have done this. And so I often wonder, why is that? Why is it that we're supposed to be one according to the scriptures, can only speak positive things about our spouse? Now, not to our spouse. Listen to what I said. Not to our spouse, but about our spouse when it benefits us. Let me go ahead and give a country example because, people can understand when I say this. So let's say, okay. I'll give an example. I try to use us. I'm going to make up something. So let's say my husband, I'm always dogging him down. I'm always telling him how he's not good enough, in the home, even though he is busting his behind, providing and doing all the things that he believes he's supposed to be doing according to the scripture. I ain't saying he perfect, but he's trying. Key word. Okay. So say here in Central Texas area, he get presented with this prestigious award by the commanding general of Fort Hood. And it's a big to do. And of course, he would come home and say, hey, baby, hey, can you support me in this? I'm supposed to be getting this award on today. I don't really know what it's all about, but it's supposed to be a big thing, right? And here I am complaining. I don't understand. Let's say if I was working. I got to take off from my job to come up here and what do you want me to wear? I'm acting a whole fool. You know what I'm saying? Making this man, my husband, feel bad when this is supposed to be a special day for him. But I'm making it all about me. How many of y'all are guilty of that? Okay. So go ahead, get up there. They say all the words. And generally when it's something big, especially when it comes to the military and they lay out the red carpet, they'll make mention of, yes, Mr. King, he's done such an amazing job, but he couldn't have done it without his beautiful wife and blah, 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 blah. And then here I am, I'm standing up there all proud and I'm smiling and, and then people come up afterwards and they're talking. They're like, oh, so your husband, I hear he does such an outstanding job. Yes, that's my husband. Yes, I love him. And I'm saying all the words, but I wasn't saying it at the house. Like, why do we do that? You know what it reminds me of? No disrespect to my parents, but I hated that growing up as a child. And you see a lot of parents that do that. Oh man, I'm about to step on some toes, parents. Examine yourself. Why is it that you can't tell your child that you are proud of them? They did all the things. Let's say it's the end of the school year and they done made straight A's. They may be a senior. They're on the extended GPA scale, which I didn't even know existed till recent. So that lets you know where I was. Anyway, extended GPA scale. They're getting all these college acceptance letters. And then all of a sudden you out here bragging on social media. Here come another one for my child. Here come another one. But you didn't do anything to really sow into their success. So why is it that you want to set up and you want to take the credit when it benefits you? Why do we do that in our marriage? Why do we do that to our children? What is so horrible about saying, I'm proud of you. I love you. I thank you for what you do. And I know some of y'all listen there and like, this don't really apply to me because I said, maybe you say all these things to your husband or your wife, but they can't say it to you. But, after so many years of marriage, you just accept it as well. That's just how he is. That's just how she is. Okay. I'm not trying to stir up no pot in nobody's house. But Shan, now this is Shan. I ain't talking about you. This is Shan. That's unacceptable. How is it that I'm not good enough until it benefits you? God don't even treat us like that. You see what I'm saying? God don't push us off to the side in all our foolishness and all our sinning. He still will take us back. He still will. That is my child. Because baby, are you that type of parent that, hey, I let people know that, nope, that one right there, that's my child, baby. When my kid was playing basketball, I don't care if my baby got the ball snatched from under him or he was dunking it or he hit a smooth 3-point shot. All of them that's my child. But you better not say nothing about my kid. You better, Don't you say it. I would let it be known that's my child. In the good of that basketball game and in the bad of that basketball game. Why do we not do that in our marriage? Now, some of you all are saying, I wish my husband and my wife would speak, positive things. They don't have to be overboard with it. And some may say, well, I'm too old. I've been like this for so long. This is just how I'm going to be. No, you can always try. You can always try. Okay, I'm not promoting this, but say the lottery jackpot was hit $1 trillion. You've never played lottery in your life. You don't even know how to pick the numbers and some quick pick stuff or whatever people be talking. You don't know nothing about all that kind of stuff. But baby, if it was $1 trillion and you wanted to try to get a piece of that, let me tell you what you're going to do. You're going to try. You're going to learn. You're going to ask questions. How do I pick these numbers? Do I do something automatically? Do I got to? You see what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm saying is as a husband and wife, you would do what you desire to do, what you want to do. So don't set up and say, good morning, Leslie. Don't set up and say, oh, no, that's not something that I would do. And, oh, no, I don't just tell my wife that I'm proud of her when it benefit me. You probably lying to yourself, sir. You probably are. You probably lying to yourself, ma'am. Why do we do that? God doesn't treat us like that. And if we're supposed to be the two that becomes one, then what's the problem? And please don't, like I said, fall into that trap of that's just how I am. No, no. If you desire to change, you will change. If it's something that you don't know, you would ask questions, especially if the bigger picture benefits you. So why can't we start really sowing into our spouse inside the home? Why can't we start speaking those positive words inside the home? Try it and see how it will work. Try it and see how your husband or your wife may respond differently. It's going to seem foreign to them at first because they're going to be thinking, what's wrong with you? You okay? You don't never be acting like this. Is it? You know what I'm saying? Try it. Keep trying it. And you can't just do it 1 or 2 times and say, well, I tried and I gave up. No, let's try for a whole 30 days to say one thing positive about your spouse. If this is you and you've never been able to do something positive, just try it and see if you see a difference in your spouse, if you see a difference in your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Just try. There is nothing wrong with trying. But if we don't try, we're going to stay in the same stagnant place in our marriage. And some of you are sitting up complaining right now, which I'm trying not to get into tomorrow's video, saying, my marriage is not going anywhere. It's stagnant. I don't understand. It needs to be identified. You don't have to point the finger and say, she talking to you. You the one do this all the time. No, like I always encourage people, play the video. It's one thing I know about us spouses, baby. We will ear hustle. You hear me? We will ear, ladies. Let's be honest, especially when it comes. What's going on in there? Oh, okay, he talking to his mama. Then you're going on about your business. Press play. You ain't even got to say nothing. Just press play. Make it consistent that you press play. If they continue to hear, eventually they're going to come to you and say, who is that you be listening to every morning? Or be like these awesome husband and wife teams who are telling their spouse, let's watch what she says together. Let's listen to it together. Let's have a discussion afterwards. Hey, Keela. Okay, come on, girl. Let's have a discussion afterwards and let's open up our heart. Because that's all I want to do is husbands and wives, open up your heart. Open up our heart. Baby, do you see me? Like me ask my husband, do you see me being guilty of this? And he may say, baby, you do. You do that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't. But I speak life into my husband, but he may say, you do that. And I have to be woman enough to accept that honesty and not jump down his throat. And he may ask the same thing, baby, do you feel I do that? Yeah, you don't tell me that, you proud of me in the house and all this other stuff, but I'm hearing all these people, your coworkers coming to me talking about, oh, all your husband do is he brag about you and he speak highly of you and you sitting up like, okay, but why he don't tell me? It makes you feel some kind of way in your shondo. As you can see, me and my husband have had this conversation a few years ago. And I'm going to always speak about the things that we've been through in hopes that it will bless somebody else's marriage. So if that's the case where husband and wife, I'm telling you, we will ear hustle. Especially if I'm sitting up here, I'm just going to be honest. And I hear my husband every day, he tuned into his phone and he listening to some female talk. Now, some of us females is grown enough to be like, yeah. You know how we say, yeah, you change when she say that, but I told you that 3 months ago. I even have some people say, can you just come and speak to my spouse? Because the things you be saying, I say the same thing, but he or she don't tend to move until they hear somebody else say it. Who guilty of that? Don't tell on yourself. Don't tell on yourself. But I'm just saying, try it. Because, baby, we will ear hustle. Who is my husband listening to every day? And then when you hear the content of it, to see that it is the encouragement for marriage, then that's when people are like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to leave him alone. I'm going to let him listen because he might learn something. How many of y'all wives have said that? So anyway, I hope and pray that this bless you on today. Me and my husband's show. And when I get up and God allows me to do this every morning, it's just to, good morning, Wendy, provide, hopefully, the hopes is that husbands and wives would spark a conversation, that you would listen together. You know what I'm saying? And it will spark a conversation and things that were suppressed for so long will be able to be brought up and discussed in a healthy way. Hey, Heather, in a healthy way. So I just encourage you. Examine yourself as always. If you say my husband ain't gonna ever change, just be consistent. As you see, people always say, Shan, thank you for getting up every morning, being consistent with your messages that God allow you to bring. You all are welcome. But I desire for you to be consistent. It has nothing to do with me. But if we can work and allow God to use us to help save marriages, man, our hearts are overjoyed. You don't understand, because the devil is attacking. Are we going to let him win or no? Okay, so take in what was said today. Examine yourself. Do you only speak good things of your husband or wife when those things benefit you and make you look good? Or is it your spouse, but you don't be pointing no fingers? Or are you listening and say, wow, I really need to think about this and check myself. Am I guilty of that? And if you notice that you're guilty of that, then just change. It's okay to change. It's okay to try, because you're going to either keep doing the same thing you've been doing and keep getting the same results, or you can try, you can change to help better your marriage. Because I guarantee you, you don't want to see your husband or your wife with nobody else, and it's working out with them when they're begging for it to work out with you. So y'all have a blessed day. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Share this because it's free. Be a blessing to somebody today and not a curse. Your girl Shannon be back with y'all tomorrow. Whatever God placed on my heart. God bless you and blessings to you.